we entered Lebanon in the first place.
Over the course of his record 12 consecutive years in power, Benjamin Netanyahu has seen Israel through several conflicts, an economic transformation and the COVID-19 outbreak. But the last year in particular has been an eventful one for the man known as Bibi. In September 2020, Israel officially signed an agreement to normalise ties with the United Arab Emirates, a political victory for Netanyahu.
This is the greatest advancements toward peace between Israel and the Arab world in the last 26 years, and it marks the third formal peace between Israel and an Arab nation.
In the following months, Bahrain and Morocco also agreed to normalise relations. It was hoped the accords could serve Israel's economic interests and give it legitimacy in the Middle East. At home, they were celebrated by most Israelis. In December, Israel became the first country in the world to enter a third coronavirus lockdown. Locals accused Netanyahu of mishandling the health crisis and denounced confusing restrictions. Along with the Prime Minister's corruption allegations, the issue fueled near-weekly protests calling for him to resign. Israel got off to a racing start in immunising its people against COVID-19, and now 57% of the population is fully vaccinated, more than any other country. In January, Netanyahu placed Israel's vaccine success at the centre of his re-election campaign. Amid rising tensions over threatened evictions of Palestinian families in East Jerusalem, fighting broke out between Hamas and Israel in May. Netanyahu projected a tough stance, vowing to continue airstrikes on the Gaza Strip to punish Hamas. The 71-year-old's opponents accused him of stoking tensions to cling on to power, while the eventual signing of a ceasefire did little to please his hardline base. Netanyahu went on trial charged with bribery, fraud and breach of trust, making him the first Israeli Prime Minister to be indicted while in office. He's accused of accepting improper gifts and granting favours to powerful media moguls in exchange for positive coverage. Netanyahu denies all allegations and says he's the victim of a witch hunt.